Hello, Plumas County. This is Lori Beatley with Plumas County Public Health, and I am your Public Information Officer regarding COVID-19. I am on location today. Obviously, I'm wearing my mask. I'm hoping you guys can hear me fairly well. But I am at the Graeagle Restaurant in Graeagle to discuss some of the changes that all the businesses, especially restaurants, have to make and modify in order to reopen during stage 2. So, as you can tell, some of the things that they have done here at Graeagle Restaurant is we see some red tape, which will help distance people, as well as their signage talking about the different things that will be happening. As well as the signage, there's some other modifications that they have been making in order to have a safe and environment for everybody to come in and eat. So while we go inside, we're going to talk to the owner, Ed, who has graciously allowed us to come and raid his restaurant and provide what information and changes he has done. So let's go inside. Okay. As you can see, there's some more tape here on the floor, as well as there's some signage. So as you come in, a lot of restaurants will have that you come into an establishment and wait to be seated to ensure that there's enough seating for everybody to have that 6-foot space. So as you can tell, that's what they did. They also have hand sanitizer, and they hand sanitize your hand as you come in. So we're gonna come over here and talk to Ed for a little bit. Come on in. Hi, Ed.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you. All right. So, Ed, I just want to thank you for letting us come and kind of take over your restaurant and inform Plumas County residents on what to expect during some modifications during stage 2 of the reopening process for our businesses, specifically our restaurants. So one of the questions I have, Ed, for you is what changes have you made to your restaurant in order to comply with the state mandated requirements to reopen? I did talk about the distance which you have in order to maintain that 6 feet apart from parties. What other things have you done?
So if you notice too, the tables have nothing on them. They're empty. We will not give the condiments or the silverware will not be delivered to the tables until we have seated the patrons. We give their silverware that is pre-wrapped in their napkin, and then we will bring the condiments out as they need it. And then when they're done, we're sterilizing the tables, the chairs, and then we're wiping down all the condiments as well. And then they're ready, sterilized and ready for use for the next customers.
Oh, great. And one of the other issues that restaurants have to deal with is people coming and going constantly in the restaurant and ensuring that there's still 6 feet of space. So, hopefully you'll start getting crowded and there will be people here waiting to eat and they'll be standing at the door. Well, it's going to be very hard to leave when I'm done eating and not brush up against somebody. So what have you made?
So we're fortunate we have a side door as well. So they will come in through the main door and they will exit through that door so that we can maintain the 6-foot distancing upon exiting the business as well.
Okay. All right. So some of the other questions I wanted to know as well is what kind of support have you received from the community during this, the governor's stay-home order?
It's been phenomenal. The customers, we chose to stay open because we had just reopened the restaurant for the season from our winter shutdown. We served for a week and then the governor's order came into place, so we chose to go ahead and continue doing curbside, which we have the Graeagle's first drive-through restaurant. We were the first to get it established. So we've stayed open. It was a challenge, but the people were very good. We had a pretty good, same number almost every day. We had quite a few of the residents buying lunch for the store employees, for the doctor's office, for the title company. They would come in, come in and pay, and then go down and tell them they had a free lunch here. We had quite a few of that occur. We had one customer came in. He bought a to-go sandwich. He then bought a gift certificate for $750 and then left it on the tip tray. As they gave him the food and he made his payment, he just left the gift certificate on there. He didn't even take it. It was his way of trying to help us out and appreciating us being open to all of this. Oh. But they have been phenomenal for us.
Good. Well, the other question I wanted to know is how has the governor's stay-home order impacted your business?
Well, in a few ways.
Yeah.
One is obviously the hardest part for us as owners, I think, is that we couldn't bring our employees back. You know, our employees here have been off all winter, looking forward to that mid-March start, and that was postponed. So I think that's one of the things, is not being able to work the employees. The other is the challenge of continuing to make money. I mean, food cost is going up. I'm sure everyone knows that. It's going up to us as restaurant owners as well. So it's the balancing act of keeping our prices at the right level so that we're still covering food costs, but we're still not so outrageous that people can't come in and eat with us.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ed, for this interview and for the tour. So, Plumas County, we just want to continue to support our local businesses, but there will be some modifications and changes, and we just need to be prepared and be patient during this time as we all transition to what it looks like in stage 2, and then when stage 3 happens, what that will also look like as well. So some of the things that you might want to do, especially if you're going to a restaurant, your favorite restaurant or somewhere else, during peak times, it might be good to call ahead and see what the wait may be instead of just showing up. Because of the less seating, in order to ensure the 6-foot space, there may not be space at that time, and it may take a longer wait. So that is something to think about, as well as there's no parties over 6, so that's something also to be aware of. So Plumas County, we are very excited to start reopening and seeing our business reopen, but let's do it safely and patiently and do this together. Thank you, Plumas County.